Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Emma. How you doing? I haven't been on for a while, and I'm hoping that this sticks and that my release from Facebook jail is true. So we are streaming live onto my Inner Smile page and also into YouTube and also into Peaceful Minds Community, my lovely free group. So I'm just going to give it a second while some more people come in. And if you are watching on the replay, or indeed if you're just joining me now, I can see a pair of eyes coming in and let me know who is here. So because I'm streaming on StreamYard, if you could click on the notification that says let StreamYard know who you are, then I can see your name coming up. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I'm going to turn the volume off and then I can see who is on live. So drop in and let me know if you want to say hi, who's joining me. It would be lovely to say hello to you this morning. And if not, that's fine too. For those of you catching the replay, drop me a little hashtag replay and let me know that you've seen this and what you think to the cards. So if it's your first time here, you're really welcome. My name's Emma Starling. I'm the Inner Smile Coach, and this is the Daily Tap. And I've been doing this for about 6 years, and I'm a master EFT trainer, practitioner, and teacher. And it's my sort of mission in life to help people feel better naturally, no matter what's going on around them, right? So that is my overall driving mission in this world. Why do I do that? Because I was stuck for so long in crappy emotions and states and things and people and relationships that didn't serve me. And I don't want you to waste the time that I did. So I am on a mission to teach as many people as possible how to use EFT, emotional freedom techniques, or tapping. You might have heard it called tapping. Now, it's not as boring as you might think. It's not as weird as you might think. It's a fantastic little tool to help you be the calm in the storm, no matter what is going on around you. Okay, so I'm not seeing any comments yet. Oh, hey, Wendy, how are you doing, my love? And so you might think, oh, well, that's kind of a medium thing to do. It's one of the most powerful things I've ever come across. Completely changed my life. And so the way that I show other people how to do it, whilst this isn't therapeutic EFT, i.e. what we would do in a one-to-one session, we use an oracle card of some description and we take the affirmation. Good morning, Lisa, how are you doing? We take the affirmation from a lovely oracle deck. We're using the Priestess of Light oracle card today. Don't worry too much if you're not into cards, oracle or tarot. Just take it for an affirmation, okay? And what I invite you to do is, before we get started, just focus on any tension, tightness or discomfort in your body. And when we've done the tapping, just go back and see how that tension and tightness feels, because usually you start to feel a difference. So what do we need to know today for the greater good, for the collective, for this group of lovely souls and beyond? Heading to work. Fantastic. I'm so pleased to hear that. And good morning, Facebook user. It's not telling me your name. So whoever else has said hello, I'm sure it'll pop up soon. Good morning, Philippa. How are you? So there's a lot of exciting stuff going on today. It's Imolc. It's the 31st of January. My new certification, the Starling Method, starts tomorrow. I am beyond excited with my bad self. And so what do we need to know from these cards? What's the message today that the universe has for us? We have one. Oh, now this card has come up several times, I think, over the past however long, probably the past, I don't know, 9 or 10 times I've used this deck. Again, it's the Priestess of Light deck. And the card that's come out is number 45, and it's Brilliant Beliefs. And it talks about luminous life force. Excuse me a second. I had an itchy eye and I've got a black eye. I haven't actually got a black eye. Brilliant Beliefs. And so it's luminous life force. Good morning, Sue. And personal power. So before we read this out, I just want you to check in. When you think about those things, what happens in your body? Good morning. I think that's Lee. She calls me Chick. I can't see your name because I'm streaming in on StreamYard, but I'm sure they'll pop up in my phone in a minute. Comments lag behind. What can I tell you? Yeah, so when you think about your brilliant beliefs, your luminous life force, and your personal power, what happens in your body? Do you notice a kind of clench, a kind of like, ooh, who am I to sort of think that I've got a luminous life force? Who am I to, explore that area of personal power? What does that bring up for you? Okay, and then we're just going to read out what it says and we're going to do some tapping. So the really interesting thing about this is we think that this is just about an affirmation. Good morning, Patrice. How are you? That comes from a beautiful oracle deck, when in reality, what's happening is we are calming any stress response when we think about what this is bringing up for us. And we're allowing our body and our system, our nervous system, and our brain waves to relax, to calm down, to improve our immune function, and all sorts of other amazing things that things that happen when you tap. I get my grammar correct. So on the subject of brilliant beliefs and personal power, let's see what this card has got to say. It says, two snow leopards, you can see those in the front there, accompany the priestess of the galactic sky as she emerges from the night with a luminous ball of ethereal light. This priestess is telling you that, like her, you can project a brilliant life force energy out into the world. Her heart center shines with the light of her divine origins. The glow of her true identity encircles her head and emanates brightly from her brow and crown chakras. You can see that in the card, right? Yet she's no more powerful than you, for you have come from the same luminous source. It's beautiful, isn't it, Wendy? So few people are taught to believe this truth about themselves. They believe that they are not enough, they're not deserving, or they're not capable of making their dreams come true. But these conclusions project a dark energy that brings unhappiness and blocks goals and desires from manifesting. Hey, Anne, good to see you. Oh, thank you, Patrice. It's a good blusher, darling. This card is asking you to embrace your luminosity and to remember your oneness with Source. It is this oneness that forges your truth and helps you heal your old hurts and misinformed beliefs. And I'm going to talk about that briefly in a minute. Even if lies about your lack of power and value have been with you for a long time, you can't make this shit up, honestly. It's never too late to awaken to your truth and to let yourself shine. This is a time of renewed energy for you. The snow leopards are signaling that you have the personal power to overcome your inner demons. In fact, you are now capable of making giant leaps in reversing these toxic mental patterns. When you do, your brilliant new beliefs will manifest in a wonderful new reality, one that will match the resonance of your luminous life force. And we're going to tap in an affirmation in a minute that says, I choose to believe in my unlimited power, value, and deserving. My life force shines with the light of my divine source. And just very briefly, I want to pull your attention to the title of this. So I'm calling it the Daily Tap because that's what it is. But I also put, I'm ready to come out of hibernation. So very, very briefly, before we start tapping, you know, there's a lot of people who have said to me, I haven't seen you in ages, you haven't been around. And it's true. And probably for the last 2 weeks of that, I was in Facebook jail for some piffling reason because I was an admin in somebody else's group and blah, 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 blah. They thought it was suspicious activity, so they did the right thing. But what I also want to say to you is that throughout December and January so far, apart from selling out the EFT certification that starts tomorrow, what I've been doing is exactly this. I've been hibernating to reconnect with my luminous life force, with my personal power, and to evaluate my brilliant beliefs, because I had a hiatus from teaching EFT for quite some time because of something that happened at the back end of 2020. And it I won't say it destroyed me, because it didn't. It has made me infinitely stronger. And at the time, it was very hurtful, very painful indeed. And it made me sort of go inward, and it made me reevaluate everything from start to finish. And so what's emerging now, because it feels like it is time to come out of hibernation for me and for anybody else who's been in that, it doesn't mean that we're going to come out all guns blazing. What it means is we're reconnecting to our deeper truth, right? And we're bringing that to the surface. And so part of the reason that I'm streaming this into different places is because I want to widen my audience. You know, my mission is huge. I want to impact even more people. And so I'm streaming into the Facebook page, also into my Peaceful Minds group, which you can join. I'll pop the link in the comments in a second. And I'm also streaming to YouTube. And I'm also, because I have sort of 2 tracks of the work that I do with people, but more about that on another day. So I just wanted to let you know that it ties in completely. That's why I said you can't make this up, because my title, coming out of hibernation or whatever, I wrote that before I pulled this card, but this very, very, very clearly speaks about renewed energy, right? You can overcome demons, you can make giant steps, you can reverse toxic patterns, come out of hibernation. You've done the soul searching, or I've done a great deal of it, and I'm sure you have too. It's been part of the journey for a lot of Virgos. And if you follow Scorched Earth Tarot on YouTube, you'll know what I mean by this. And it was something I had to do. Hey, Lucy, great to see you, my darling. How are you? And so, yeah, I haven't been around for a while, but it's been on purpose because I needed to take that time to be really, to be in a state of surrender and flow and to listen to what my next steps were. Now, I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm not going anywhere. If anything, I'm ramping things up. Okay. Her reading for Fab was meant. Yeah, I'm going to go and read Scorpio, actually, watch Scorpio Philippa, but the reading for Virgo was just phenomenal. And anyway, so with that, you can expect normal service to resume on the daily tap. Not sure what time it'll be. This seems like a decent time, but let's tap this in together now. So take 2 fingers. If you've never done this before, just tap where I tap, say what I say, and see how you feel. And we start on the inner eyebrow. So it's right there at the start. It's not up here on the forehead, as you'll see other people do. This side of the eye point is not up here on the temple. We're dealing with acupressure points, right? So we need to be precise. So part of my teaching is if you lay your finger along the side of your nose, that point at the start of your eyebrow is where you need to be, okay? So just repeat after me. I choose to believe in my unlimited power. And then we go to the outside of the eye on that bony ridge there, right on the corner. In my value and my deserving. Then under the eye, right under the pupil on that bony ridge. My life force shines now. And then we go under the nose, right in the center, with the light of my divine source. And then we go in the chin, in the middle. It's a time of renewed energy for me. Then we go collarbones. So follow your collarbones in where they stop with the knobbly end bits. Drop down about 1 inch. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. And you'll find a little dip about 1 inch below the collarbones. Just tap in there. Or you can use your whole hand like so. It's fine. And I have the personal power to overcome any inner demons. Underneath the arm, 3 to 4 inches down the side of the body from the underarm, pretty much on the bra strap. My brilliant new beliefs are manifesting in a wonderful new reality. Then we go all around the top and the back of the head. One that matches the resonance of my own luminous life force. And then we're just going to finish on the third eye between the eyebrows. So be it, and so it is. It's just there. All right, come to a stop gently. Take a nice deep breath. So if you remember at the beginning, I said if you've never done this before, and actually even if you have, you know, did you tune into a place that was tense, tight, or uncomfortable in your body? And if so, go back to that place now. Just place your attention there gently. What do you feel now? Is it more relaxed? Now, when we started this, my shoulders were on fire because they always are, because I work on a keyboard and I do it all day. So I'm typing and my shoulders get gradually further up like that until they're up here somewhere. So just place your attention on that area that you thought was tense and tight and uncomfortable. You've got butterflies. Ooh, now is that in a good way? Think about that. Hopefully it is. Because when we look at these things, you might think that this is just a message from an oracle card, right? You might not know about or believe in, divining and energy. But the way that this works is that the people who need to hear it and see it, hear it and see it, okay? And so don't underestimate the power of this message appearing in your line of sight today. There is something in here for you. And if it didn't quite land on the first time, that's the beauty of doing these broadcasts. You can watch this again and again and again. And actually, there's 6 years worth of videos minimum on this page. So if you go to the videos tab, you can catch a whole metric shit ton more if you want more of this. But this message is for you today. If you're seeing this, I invite you to take the time and give yourself permission to watch this video, to tap along, and to listen and to surrender and to receive. Okay, we are on the verge of something really incredible here. Lee, I forget his name now. The energy chap, Lee, I forget his name. He said, don't come out of the gates all guns blazing in January. January is for hibernation, right? February is the month of action. So today is the 31st of January, Imbolc, all of these other things. Is it Imbolc today? I think that's the right date. And it's an important time in the wheel of the year because we are coming out of hibernation. The snowdrops were out this morning. If you've seen my personal page, you know what I'm talking about. We're sprouting, right? We're coming out. Use this as a sign. I love this message. It comes out again and again for me. So there's obviously a reason, and it tallies with what I've been doing in December and January. So it's really good to see you guys again. Thank you, Anne. It's lovely to see you. Lee Harris. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, that's the chap. The name just completely escaped me there for a minute. So whatever it is you're doing today, I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Take a moment for yourself. Breathe in the energies. Just get comfortable with things emerging, with transformation, with feeling like maybe you don't know what's in store next, because that isn't always a bad thing, right? That isn't always a bad thing. I'm really excited to start my EFT cert with everybody tomorrow. So for those of you on this who are joining me tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you. For those of you in my Manifesting and More group, we are doing our new moon intention setting tap tomorrow night. For those of you who aren't in the Manifesting and More group, you can join us with pleasure. I'm going to put a link in the comments. It's where we get together. It's where we do more tapping together, more intention-based tapping to help you to lift your vibration and manifest and create the life of your dreams, or to learn to love and receive the one that you have got, right? Because that's where manifestation starts. So I will see you again on the next one. Philippa, can't wait to see you in the thing tomorrow. I think that's it from me today. Have a good one. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.